Good morning and welcome to Listed Plus. I'm your host, Tracy Lynn. Go grab that cup of coffee because this week we have a great show full of tips, ideas, and advice from our local experts and the hottest new listings in your area. On today's show, we're talking about everything from window coverings, the latest trends in model homes when it comes to flooring, mortgage renewals, and thermostats. Plus, we also have a home tour at 7 Baptist Church, which also has an open house. And now we present to you the hottest new listings in your area. A must-be-seen located at 741 George Street in Burlington. A gorgeous bungalow with all the I wants. Open concept kitchen with granite and granite island. Open to living room with gas fireplace and dining area. Stainless and glass railing. Gorgeous 5-piece main bathroom. Fully finished lower level. 3+1 bedrooms. 2 full bathrooms. Amazing backyard paradise with custom heated in-ground pool, pool cabana, and shed. Landscaped professionally, nothing to do here but move in. Oversized driveway, fully fenced rear yard. Walking distance to downtown Burlington shops, restaurants, Central Park, library, and the list goes on. Don't delay. Call Tricia Taps from Remax Escarpment at 905-575-5478. Stunning 3-bedroom open concept home in desired Summit Park development located at 180 Pine Hill Drive in Stony Creek. More upgrades than can be listed. Some include exotic hardwood flooring in family and dining room, natural stone and slate wall in living room that wraps into the kitchen, custom brick fire pit with natural stone. This home is move-in ready and close to all amenities and schools, including the new Bishop Bryan High School. Don't miss this beauty. A very modern theme will do more than impress when you view it in person. For more information, call Josie D'Amico, Remax Garden City, 905-333-3500. Cute and cozy 2-bedroom dollhouse located at 114 East 5th Street in Hamilton. It's ready for you to move in and enjoy. Updates include windows, bathroom, furnace, central air conditioning, refinished dark hardwood floors, kitchen backsplash, ceramic floors in bathroom, basement rec room and kitchen. Great Central Mountain location, minutes to Mohawk College, new and old St. Joseph's, and Juravinsky hospitals. Large fenced backyard. For more information, call Kathy Torriello, Colwell Banker at 905-522-1110. Joining us again this week is Andrew from Hamco Heating and Cooling, and he demonstrates how to change the batteries in your thermostat. Andrew, tell me what I need to know about a thermostat.
Okay, well, there's a few different scenarios. You've probably seen this replica or seen it at your grandmother's house. Okay, these are the old ones which required really no maintenance. They were mercury-based. They would eventually just fail. So what we've kind of transitioned to is something a little more digital. And the biggest difference is these require batteries. So some people forget, eventually you got to change the batteries on this. I do recommend once a year you should change them out, but there's actually a gauge on it, and it will actually let you know when the battery's starting to get depleted. The higher end you spend on a thermostat, it's actually going to indicate more to you. Okay, so if you were to get a Wi-Fi one, it'll notify you on your smartphone or maybe notify you in the screen. This is a mid-tier product. This will actually indicate it right on the screen. And with this one here, you're just going to simply pop them out, and it's as simple as 2 AA batteries.
Will that come off the wall?
Yep. No, in this case, this is actually going to physically here. This one's been pulled off, but you basically just pop this. You can actually pull these off the wall if you want. But you're just going to slide this little tab, and they pop right out. Okay. And then simply put 2 back in, and you're good to go. Okay, and you're going to refresh that, and you're going to slide this closed. and then you'll notice that this will change all of a sudden now to full battery. Okay, but it's something you do want to check. You may come home and find the screen just blank, just like this.
Yes.
We've got an issue.
Yes, and that happened to me.
Okay.
I came home, it was blank,
okay.
and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with it? And I realized that maybe I should change the batteries.
That is correct.
And then it came back on.
Yeah, so just as you've incorporated your filter changes once a year or once every month, you want to incorporate this to once a year. So if you want to incorporate with your smoke detectors and your carbon monoxide detectors, change the battery in your thermostat.
When it comes to filters,
yes,
what are our options? Because I see that there's quite a large one here.
Correct. This one here is a media filter. This is kind of a mid-tier product. We've discussed 1-inch filters in the past. This is something that kind of mitigates the gap of maintenance. So something like this, you can get away with probably changing it maybe 2 to maybe 3 times a year.
Okay.
Okay, as opposed to something you're changing out monthly. Okay?
Okay.
Or some of the other ones which were permanent. So you had an air cleaner at your previous residence home, an electronic air cleaner, big, bulky, and heavy. Everything from there was permanent. You'd pull it out, you'd watch your mother wash it, you'd let them dry, and you put them back in. This one here, every time you pull it out, you start with a brand new filter. And that's the one nice thing. But it's physically wider, and you're going to get more coverage than a standard filter. And you don't have to go down there as often as changing it.
Okay, so the thicker it is, the less times I have to change it.
Correct. And the more debris it's going to get from you.
Great. Well, where can somebody go to get more information if they have a question about their thermostat or filters?
You would go to hamco.ca.
Well, thank you so much for your tips today.
You're welcome, Tracy.
Sought-after Ancaster neighborhood located at 73 Terrence Park Drive. This 2-story, 4-bedroom home, main floor den with finished basement offers approximately 2,414 square feet of beautiful living space, full of character and ready for you to move in and start living. Neutral decor just waiting for your personality. Beautiful eating kitchen with lots of storage and open space makes it perfect for entertaining the whole family. Large lot with many mature trees, beautiful landscaping, private backyard with sprinkler system, lights, pre-wired with outdoor speakers, approximately 20 by 40 in-ground pool and a pool house. This home is a must-see. For more information, call Rod Frank, Remax Escarpment Realty at 905-575-5478. Open house today between 2:15 and 3:15. Amazing home located at 334 52 Highway North in Ancaster. Approximately 1 acre country lot. Beautiful decor, gorgeous kitchen, and lots of open space to enjoy your family and for entertaining. Nothing to do but move in. Old schoolhouse from 1887. 25 by 42 approximately, with steel roof with many options. Up-to-date 4-level side split with 2-car garage, lots of updates, main house roof is new, 200 amp breaker, finished basement, radiant heating with thermostat controls, private and lots of open space from other homes. Lots of parking, house shed with overhang carport for barbecues and picnic area. Minutes to town for shopping. For more information, call Al Cosentino from Remax Escarpment at 905-570-9997. Ready to move in? Welcome to this beautiful 3-bedroom home located at 9 Marshall Avenue in Welland. Featuring vaulted ceilings, gleaming hardwood floors, gas fireplace and family room, recently renovated bathroom, new shingles, 100 amp breaker, and upgraded vinyl windows and flooring throughout. Large workshop shed with hydro and bonus natural gas barbecue hookup off the back deck. 5 appliances included, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. If you would like more information, call Dave Vienne, Royal LePage Niagara at 905-945-9208. Today we stop by Homes by DeSantis in Beamsville, and Steve from Vartanian Rugs talks about the latest trends when it comes to flooring. Steve, tell me about the model home we're in today.
We are in Lincoln Square. We're in one of the model homes. There's actually 2 of them here. This is a 2-story model. We've decored this house with a engineered, hand-scraped character type of hardwood that went throughout the entire main floor, and then we addressed the upstairs with carpet.
When I went into the Homes by DeSantis sales center when I first arrived here, I loved the flooring, and you told me that it's laminate flooring.
Yeah, I let you guess first as to what the floor was.
I would not have guessed it was laminate.
And that was a topic we had touched on a previous episode where we talked about how far the laminate floors have come in the sense of looking realistic towards hardwood.
Well, what's the maintenance and durability on that?
Extremely good.
Okay.
They have the texturing as well. Some of them have texturing and character in the woods or individuals, and they are very, very durable.
Let's talk about the flooring here in the kitchen. Because I was on my hands and knees and I was feeling it because it's really nice. Like, it complements the kitchen.
And it is. And it does. And the key thing that I really like about this floor that was chosen for this particular model is that not only does it have that hand-scraped look, it does have a lot of indentations that were built into the wood during construction to give it that character look. If, for example, somebody were to use this kitchen now on a regular daily basis, if they were to drop something on this floor, versus a traditional hardwood, you're not going to see the marks as much, and you're gonna live on this floor and enjoy it.
So it's going to go with our lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you can have a family and still have hardwood floor in our kitchen.
And guess what? You can have hardwood in the kitchen.
You can have hardwood, and I love it. I think it looks great. Where can somebody go to get more information on the laminate? Because I think they have to come and see this.
They do. They can see us at our store at 320 Green Road, or give us a call at 905-662-6395.
So come in and look at the samples that you have.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Steve.
My pleasure.
Just move in, completely finished top to bottom. 96 Grandel Drive in Ancaster. 9-foot ceilings, all brick home, fully finished basement with theater and gym. Hardwood floors, granite counters in kitchen, and marble in bathrooms. Large 4-bedroom home with formal living room and dining room. Oak staircase with wrought iron. Shows 10++. Get inside before it's gone. Call Joseph Rosati, Home Life Professionals at 905-730-2934. Must be seen 3-bedroom home in sought-after Lake Point subdivision. Welcome to 92 Glen Meadow Crescent in Stony Creek. The 9-foot ceilings greet you in the open front entry with formal dining room and living room with tons of windows to capture the southern exposure. The eating kitchen is open to the family room across the back of the home with a cozy gas fireplace, patio doors leading from the kitchen to the fully fenced backyard that is tastefully landscaped with some larger trees for shade and privacy. There is a great patio area, great to just relax in. The second floor has 3 good-sized bedrooms with lots of windows and a great view of the Niagara Escarpment, and a little balcony to sit on to enjoy your morning coffee or afternoon tea. The master bedroom offers a large walk-in closet and 4-piece ensuite with soaker tub and separate shower. There's so much in this home. For more information, contact Julie Swayze from Remax Escarpment at 905-545-1188. 38 Plains Road West in Burlington. Rare opportunity in Aldershot. 7 residential and 1 commercial unit. Perfect for a business that needs retail exposure and cash flow, or just a fabulous investment. Incredible location with easy access to 403, QEW, and 407 highways. Walking distance to Aldershot GO train. Literally 0 vacancy rate, 1 family owned for over 30 years. A little money maker. For more information, call Michael Rigatone from Select J. Michael Real Estate at 905-681-7236. Craig from Smart Shutter Canada is up next, and he's talking about the products that they offer. And if you look around your home, do you have an odd-shaped window that you're trying to cover? Well, he has a solution for you. Craig, tell me about the products here at Smart Shutter Canada.
Well, we have a unique product, Tracy. The fact that it looks like painted wood. That's our niche in the market. Most vinyl shutters have this shiny plastic look. So we've eliminated that. And the overall design aspect of it, any issues that's really ever existed with the shutter has been addressed with this shutter. Hence the name Smart Shutter.
Yes.
So a lot of time, a lot of thought has gone into this product, and we believe that we've hit the nail on the head with this one.
Even the bars that are located on the shutter.
Yeah, that's a uniqueness again. We've hidden it behind the side pieces on the shutter is referred to as the style. So the tilt bar or control rod actually tucks in behind that, so it's hidden right out of the way, and you simply open and close your louvers by touching the louvers. There's also no mid-rail that separates the top and the bottom section, again giving you a nice, clean, clear, unobstructed view. You
say unique when we talk about your product, but how do you compare to another company?
Well, I'll tell you, unique? Tracy, we're in a lot of homes on a regular basis, and the consumer is a lot wiser they are today than they used to be. So we want people to shop around. We want them to compare apples to apples, so they can see what they're buying. We want to be able to educate the consumer, so we tell them every single aspect that we know of, which is a lot. So they can look for things, and they know exactly what they're looking for before they make that final decision. Okay, now let's talk about when you say on your website that you can treat any window. That's right, we can. How can you treat every window? Because any shape, any size. There are a lot of windows, different size windows, different shapes, from triangles to octagons to ovals. We can do it all. We have the capacity and the technology to be able to do that. We're actually the only one this side of Toronto that does it. Okay, now let's talk about that one panel, that window that's very narrow, that some of us have. Again, how small can you get that shutter? Well, we've gone down to just about 5 1/4 inches, just a little bit more. Wow. So most companies won't go below 10 inches. So any window, when the rest can't, we can. Great. And when the rest won't, we will. There really isn't a window that we can't treat. Tell me about the patio door one, because when I came into the showroom, my eye went right towards the patio door. Yeah, we hit that one out of the park for sure. Being in the industry for so long, most people have a bifold system, so it's somewhat cumbersome. There's a lot of weight that's being suspended off the hinges. So what the bypass system does, it allows you to slide the panels from side to side, keeping it nice and streamlined, give you nice, clean, clear access. And you don't have to worry about opening and closing it. And there'll never be an issue with them sagging. So convenient. That's the best part. It's convenient. It's going to work with my lifestyle. I don't have to worry about, moving it and shuffling it around. It's just very sleek and works with my decor. That's right. It keeps it nice and tucked in and nice and streamlined. Very nice and tidy. Well, where can somebody go to get more information? Because as I said, I do encourage them to come into your showroom. Well, we're in an excellent location, Tracy. We're right off of Nebo Road on Lansing Drive, number 100 Lansing, Unit 5. Yeah, as soon as you come into the parking lot, you can't miss us. Great. Well, thank you so much for your time today. My pleasure, Tracy. Thank you so much. Peter Hogerterp from RE/MAX is taking us on a tour of 7 Baptist Church Road, and there's also an open house today between 2 and 4. Welcome to 7 Baptist Church Road. I'm here with Peter Hogerterp from RE/MAX. Peter, describe the property and the location. The property is a country property bordered by an equestrian farm. It's on a paved road on the eastern outskirts of Brant County, conveniently located about 10 minutes commuting distance to Ancaster's downtown core, with about similar distance to major transportation centers. So excellent for a commuter. As soon as I drove up to the property, the listing, beautiful home. Like you said, it's a country custom-built home. Now let's talk about when you walk in. The flow and the layout is absolutely gorgeous. So how would you describe that? The original owners, and this was built in 2004, they had 2,600 square feet on the main level, and they were utilizing it for themselves, but they also kept in mind that, in the future it'd be ideal for a growing family-type home. So they finished the basement. It has a desired feature, a walkout, which gives it an airy, open feeling. Not only does it have 3 bedrooms on the main level, it has 3 bedrooms downstairs in a fully finished basement. So there's probably 5,200 square feet or over 5,000 square feet of tastefully finished living area here. So lots of features in this home, lots of really neat details. Oh yeah, the attention to detail is evidenced throughout. From the Italian porcelain tile that is complemented with all the hardwood and the custom milled trim to the cherry cabinetry in the kitchen, multi-leveled ceilings, recessed lighting. It's just a beautiful place to show. Peter, we're in my most favorite part of the house, and it's the kitchen. And I have to say, the layout of it is absolutely gorgeous. And again, going back to attention to details. Can you describe this room? It's a custom built cherry kitchen, multi
a leveled cabinetry, giving it lots of flair, lots of style. Beautiful large window. You have views of paddocks, glass subway tile style backsplash, gives it lots of wow and pop. Large dinette area, breakfast bar, nice little wine rack.
Yes, and I was saying it's great because no matter what, entertaining always happens in the kitchen, so you need to have the space and the layout.
So true.
To accommodate your family and friends.
So true. The kitchen is, I've always found to be the most integral part in a dwelling. And they obviously took that in mind when they built this home. And this is a beautiful kitchen.
Peter, we've moved on to the great room, and it's a perfect spot to spend the holidays this year. It's very warm and cozy. Can you tell me a little bit more about the details here?
This room exudes beautiful trade ceiling, again complemented with recessed lighting. We see the 4-paneled garden door walkout to a glass enclosed maintenance-free deck. Just beautiful. It flows to the foyer, which is oversized and grand, and then obviously it flows to the adjacent rooms, the bedrooms on one side, and the formal dining room and principal bath on the other side, other wing.
So tell me more about the master bedroom, because it's very unique. I mean, the homeowners didn't just move into this home. They designed it and they built it.
That's correct. The neat feature there is it has a large walk-in closet with custom-built cabinetry for all the things that especially women desire.
Yes, and a nice spot for shoes in there.
Exactly. The neat thing was there was a second bedroom that's adjacent. They decided to open that up, so it does have access to the ensuite and the master bedroom, which makes that unique.
Well, Peter, thank you very much for taking me on a personal tour of this home. It's absolutely gorgeous. If somebody is interested and they want to get their own personal tour, where would they find the information on that?
peterandchuck.com is the best site to go on.
Great. Well, thank you for your time today. Trevor from Dominion Lending Center is talking about mortgage renewals. Do you sign for another 5 years or 10 years, or do you go fixed or variable? Trevor, what are people picking these days when it comes to a 5-year mortgage versus a 10-year mortgage?
Right. So a lot of people are actually going with a 5-year mortgage, and then we have the fixed versus variable. But I would say if we want to use a percentage, well over 80% are picking a fixed mortgage and a 5-year term right now.
Okay, so people are picking 5 years and a fixed, but you said variable as well. So what's the difference between a fixed and a variable?
Yeah, so fixed mortgage, your interest rate's going to be the same for that 5-year period.
Okay.
Whereas a variable, the interest rate could fluctuate. Currently, our variables are really, really low right now. But as we see, the market start to get better and things rise, we're going to see our variable rate go up.
What would you suggest for someone? I guess if they're going to go with a variable, we have to be watching the market, right?
We do, yeah, and that's our job as mortgage brokers, to watch the market. What we want to do is educate our clients when we first sit down with them, kind of get a feel for, do you want to, worry about your interest rate or don't you? If they don't, then chances are we're going to go with a fixed. If they do and they want to be a little more involved, then, we may suggest a variable for them.
So if someone did pick a 5-year, you said 80% of us are picking the 5-year, and it's coming close to our renewal date. I'm thinking myself, I get a little too busy, and I didn't mark it on my calendar that today's going to be the day that my mortgage is going to come up for renewal. What do we do to prepare for this?
So if you're dealing with a really good mortgage broker, it's their job to be in touch with you 4 to 6 months out from your renewal date. They'll get you in, they'll talk about your situation, because everybody's situation does change, whether we need to just renew, maybe a refinance, or many different options. So that's our job, is to call you.
And at that time, if we want to add, we spoke about this before, but we want to add to the mortgage, maybe with our equity that we've accumulated, that would be the time.
That's the time to do it, is in that initial conversation and start to plan for the renewal date.
Okay, so we're going to review my lifestyle, make sure that my mortgage is, because I'm assuming it's probably changed from 5 years ago.
Chances are, yes.
Yeah. Where can somebody go to get more information if they are facing a renewal date coming up?
They can go to my website, trevordaly.ca.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome home to 272 Alma Lane in Ancaster. Beautifully renovated open concept 3+1 bedrooms with hardwood floors and tile throughout. Custom bathrooms with granite. Large custom maple kitchen with large breakfast bar and granite. Replaced windows and doors. Drive-through 2-car deep garage with heated insulated workshop. pool-sized yard. For more information, call Jerry and Shelley Romano, Remax Escarpment Realty at 905-389-9400. Welcome to your new home located at 32 Juneberry Road in Thorold. This new 2-story townhome is approximately 1,500 square feet. Open concept, 3+2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, ensuite and walk-in closets. Great open layout with kitchen, dinette, living room with gas fireplace, and dining area with attached garage custom built by Rosehaven. For more information or to book a private viewing, call Christine Gazzola from Remax Garden City at 905-323-7056. Caledonia backsplit on deep 221-foot mature lot backing onto a schoolyard. Located at 128 Renfrew Street East. Great curb appeal with brick front, paved driveway, 1.5-car detached garage, and nicely landscaped, offering 2+1 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and a spacious floor plan. All 4 levels are finished. Open concept kitchen, living and dining room on main floor. Bright lower level rec room has a gas fireplace. Laundry, 2-piece bathroom, and an extra bedroom on 4th level. Highlights include newer flooring, decor, roof and bathroom. A tremendous opportunity to reside in a quiet neighborhood, but still be within walking distance to all amenities. It's an awesome alternative to renting. For more information, call Chuck Hogaturk from Remax Escarpment at 905-545-1188.
Ken, what's your prep tip of the week?
I would recommend always washing your walls before painting. You might look at the wall, you might think it's clean, but unfortunately over time it picks up dirt, grime, and in instances like kitchens and bathrooms, it'll pick up oils from things like your hairspray from cooking, or even just from people touching it. Paint sticks wonderfully to anything, and unfortunately it'll stick to that oil and grease and won't stick to the paint underneath. You can deal with issues with this peeling, so to make sure that your job turns out right and it sticks properly, wash those walls down beforehand with a TSP substitute.
That's it. Another show is wrapping up. Thank you for inviting us into your home again this week. If you would like your own mug, all you have to do is email me at tracy@listedplus.ca. Stop by our Facebook page and like us for tips, ideas, and advice from our local experts. Pick up your free copy of Our Homes magazine, available on newsstands near you. Have a fabulous week.